Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So this week I am going to be talking about part 2 of season 6 of Cobra Kai. Obviously, then you'd see. Anyways, yeah, basically just gonna be giving my thoughts on part 2 and like the season and everything. I did do this when part 1 came out. So if you haven't seen that video, then go watch that one first and then come back and watch this one. But anyways, before I get into the video though, I first wanted to say that this past week I hit 100 subscribers. That's just crazy to me. Like if you told me at the beginning of this year that by the end of this year I would have 100 subscribers, I would be like, no way. Like, I wouldn't believe you. If you saw back at the beginning of the year when I did like talking about my goals and stuff, I had my YouTube goals and one of them was to hit 200 subscribers this year. And I did not even think that I would get to 100 this year, let alone 200. That was a little crazy for me. So even just hitting half that is just amazing. And yeah, so I just wanted to say thank you to anyone that has subscribed and watches my videos, because the support really means a lot to me. And hitting 100 subscribers is crazy. It's just crazy to me. Yeah, so I'm just really thankful, and yeah, it just really means a lot to me. So thank you to everyone that has subscribed to my YouTube channel and is supporting me. Again, it means a lot. And yeah, so, and if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, go hit that subscribe button right now. Road to 200, let's do it. Anyways, now we can get on with the video. Okay, so we've got 5 more episodes to talk about here. We still got one more part that we gotta wait till 2025 for. Which again, like, I don't know why they did it like this. A lot of shows are like doing it like this, like Outer Banks, like doing it in parts. Yeah, I've already talked about that in a video before, I think, so I'm not gonna go on about that. But anyways, I feel like there's like so much that happened in these 5 episodes. Yeah, I made some notes on my computer. That's what I'm like looking at, if you see me doing that, just to refer back to, because yeah, I just feel like there's like so much to talk about. Anyways, so episode 6, Barcelona. Obviously they get to Barcelona, and obviously at the end of episode 5 we found out that Tori went back to Cobra Kai, so that's just lovely. I mean, can't say didn't see that coming. Anyways, Robbie is obviously not doing well with this. So he tries like talking to her and stuff, and then she basically says that she wants them to take a break. So yeah. We have the first event, which is the Captain's War event. And Robbie is not being a good captain. He gets distracted and loses, which is not good. So this whole tournament, he's just, not the whole tournament, but like, I'm getting a little ahead. But like the first half of the tournament, Robbie's being a terrible captain. He does not have his head in the game. He's like focusing on is Tori, and so he's just doing badly and losing every time. So yeah, I was getting so annoyed with him. Okay, so episode 7. This is when Daniel ends up getting a message from someone who claims to have known Mr. Miyagi, and so he goes to meet him, but he gets like abducted and locked up, and so then he ends up missing the next event, and so Johnny's like gotta step up and, you know, coach the kids by himself. But yeah, that whole thing is wild, and we'll get more into that a little bit later. But first, this episode, there is, yeah, a lot of crazy stuff in this episode. There's some tension between Miguel and Robbie because, you know, Miguel like basically flat out tells him like, you need to get your head in the game or else hand it over. Like, you're supposed to be your captain and you're not doing the job. Okay, and then we have Devin, who is also really struggling because she didn't even earn her spot to be there. She cheated, and she finally tells Johnny that, and yeah, and so like he helped her, and yeah. I love Devin and Johnny's relationship. I think it's really sweet, and it's almost like father and daughter. And so I think it's really sweet, and I really like Devin. And no, she's definitely not the best fighter, but I just like her character and whatever. Anyways, okay. But this event was my probably my favorite fight of the tournament, whatever. Things were like really not looking good for them, but Miguel Miyagi-Do advances to the next round thanks to Miguel. Not Robbie, not Sam, Miguel. Let me just say, Miguel should have been captain. Like, he deserved to be captain. And I know like it was important to Robbie too and stuff and whatever, but then like him just like letting the Tory thing, you know, just affect him that much and everything, and not getting his head in the game for his team, like, yeah, that was just really annoying. Miguel carried, okay? Miguel carried the team. Like, yeah, he basically carried the team to the end. Like, he was at the top of his game. He was probably like the only one on the team on Miyagi-Do that had his head in the game, like, you know, wasn't playing around. He literally took down 2 fighters by himself, and that was insane. Like, he did amazing. So at the end of the episode, Johnny ends up getting a phone call from Rosa, saying that Carmen is in the hospital. There was like a complication with the pregnancy, and so him and Miguel got on a flight home immediately. So that brings us to episode 8, which when that happened, I was literally so scared that like something was gonna happen to Carmen or the baby. And this is what I was like, before this even came out, I was like so scared, like, what if like one of them dies or something? And then that happened. I was like, why? It was just so scary, especially after Outer Banks. I was like, please, I cannot take another thing. Yeah. Okay. So Johnny asked Amanda to talk to Kenny and like get him to go to Barcelona, because obviously without Miguel there, they're down 1, which is not good. But then Kenny like does not want anything to do with it. Like, he doesn't want to go because he still thinks Anthony was the one that put laxatives in his drink when it was Devin, but he doesn't know that. Then like later in the episode, Devin ends up calling Kenny and confessing. So then him and Anthony are able to like resolve it and make up. And so then he's like, okay, I'll go. And then yeah, also in this episode, Robbie gets drunk and sleeps with one of the captains of Nine Dragons, Zara, which is really stupid. And then Tori ends up seeing them kiss the next morning. Then back to Carmen. She's okay, the baby's okay, like they resolved the complication or whatever happened and they're good. And so Carmen told them like go back to Barcelona and to win. And so they go back with Kenny. Almost forgot. Also in this episode, what happened in this episode? Chosen and Kim hook up, which was like insane. That was like very unexpected, but I'm also kind of here for it. Like, I kind of like them together, which is like crazy because before, like, this girl is literally a psychopath. Like, she's so horrible, she's so mean, but I don't know, I kind of started liking her a little bit in this episode. I don't know. And then Daniel finds out, oh, here's a big surprise, Terry Silver is back, of course, and he's the one that, well, he's working with Wolf and Dennis, and he's the one that, you know, had put together that whole plan of Daniel getting abducted and all of that, which when this happened, like, it like revealed it, and he's like sitting there in the hot tub. I was like in so much shock. I was like, what? He's back? But then after, I'm like, that literally makes so much sense. Like I was so shocked, but like really I shouldn't have been. Like, really, we should have seen that coming, because like that was a total Silver move. Like, yeah, totally. Like had silver written all over it. But I don't know, I think I kind of just forgot about silver, because it's like when the first part came out, like all I was thinking about was silver, like he's gonna like jump out the shadows, like something, do something. But then like he never came. So then I guess the second part came out, and then I just was like, oh, like we're good, like he's in jail, like I just kind of forgot about him, and then boom, that happens. So yeah. Anyways, okay, 2 episodes left. So episode 9, Johnny and Miguel and Kenny make it back to Barcelona, and Kenny replaces Devin, and yeah. In the next event, Robbie defeats Quan. He finally gets his head in the game, defeats Quan, and eliminates Cobra Kai from the competition, which was like, woo, yay. And then let's just go ahead to the last episode. The beginning of this episode was crazy, because it started off with Daniel having a nightmare where he's like fighting a younger Mr. Miyagi. And in the dream, he says that he never told him everything about his past because he was never strong enough to accept the truth, which was like, wow. That was kind of brutal. And that was like, that was insane. Like, when I saw Mr. Miyagi's face, I was like, what the heck? Okay, anyways, then Cobra Kai ends up back in the competition because the dojo Tiger Strike gets disqualified. And yeah, of course, like, I honestly saw that coming. I was like, because when Cobra Kai was eliminated, I was like shocked. I was like, whoa, okay, this is crazy. Like, Cobra Kai is actually not gonna be in, like, you know, the final fight or whatever, because it's always been, you know, Miyagi-Do versus Cobra Kai, whatever. And then this happens. I was like, yeah, of course. Okay, so then during the match between Robbie and Axel, Robbie is pushed by Axel. Axel pushes Robbie into the Cobra Kai students, and Quan, being like the big jerk that he is, like elbows him in the ribs, and Miguel sees that and he tries to like go and help Robbie. But then Miguel gets knocked down by Axel because he's jealous, which I forgot to mention that. That was another thing that happened in episode 8. Let me backtrack a little. Sam was on like walking on the beach or whatever, and she saw Axel, and then they were like talking whatever, and then Axel tries to kiss her, but Sam stopped him, was like, I have a boyfriend, which, that was crazy. I was literally about to hate her so much. I was like I do not like where this was going. Like when they were like walking together, I was like, girl, your boyfriend literally just had to leave the competition and fly home because his mother, who is pregnant, is in the hospital and she could possibly be dying, and you're over here like about to cheat on him. I was literally about to hate her so much. And then he tries to kiss her. I was like, ooh, literally about to punch it, and then like she stopped it, didn't happen. Told him, I was like, girl, you are so lucky. You are so lucky. Yeah, so anyways, back to this. So now he just literally just hates Miguel, which that like, oh my gosh, this literally makes me so mad, because I was like, boy, what is wrong with you? Like, okay, like you don't even know her. Like, you literally just met her and you're like, oh, like all of a sudden acting like you're in love with her. Like, dude, what? I couldn't. And like you don't even know them. You literally just met her, you know, like I said, and then you're just gonna be all jerk to him, and he doesn't even know why. Like, he's literally like, what is wrong with this dude? Like, I've done nothing to this guy. Like, literally so stupid. I can't. And like, I was like liking Axel before that, and yeah, and then like that, I was like, no, like, yeah. Okay, anyways, that's enough about that, I guess. So yeah, that happens, and so it's like, you know, starting to get chaotic, and so then the like host guy, yeah, whatever, I don't even know his name, I forget. Is that what he's called, the host? I don't know, whatever, of like the competition, whatever. That guy is like, starts trying to like warn the competitors to like get off the mats, you know. And the sensei from Tiger Strike goes up there and knocks him out, which was like, what? Because he's that mad that he got disqualified. Well, like, that, like, what are you, a child? Like, come on. Yeah, so then the guy's knocked out, and or after that, just this brawl starts. Yeah, this starts a brawl between all the competitors and senseis, and now it's just chaos just everywhere. Literally everybody's fighting. Kreese goes after Silver with his knife, but it slipped out from his belt, like, in the chaos. So then they just start fighting, and then Silver has Kreese until Johnny shows up and saves Kreese, which was like crazy. I was like, why are you helping Kreese? I don't understand. Like, why are you like going, like, that's like going backwards? Like, why are you helping him again? He's like still terrible, and like it would have been really cool if like had like a redemption, but like no, he's never gonna change. Like, it's too late now. Yeah. Okay, and then yeah, so that happened. Miguel and Axel are fighting, and then Quan goes after Sam, and Axel sees that, and so he stops fighting Miguel and goes after Quan, and throws him into a camera. And so yeah, then Axel and Quan are fighting, and then Quan sees Kreese's knife lying on the floor, and he grabs it. He goes after Axel with it, but Axel like counters his attacks and kicks him like midair, causing Quan to fall on the knife and impale himself in the chest. This scene was insane. Like, oh, like, there's so much. That was so brutal to watch. Like, okay, first, back when like we first like see like the knife like fell out of Kreese's belt or whatever, I'm like, okay, that's not good. Now there's just gonna be a knife laying around with all these like insane karate people just fighting and whatever. And then who happens to see it? Quan, the literal psychopath. I'm like, why? And then Daniel sees like Quan get the knife and like going after Axel, and he's like trying to like get over there, but you know, someone just chaos and everything. And so what I thought was gonna happen, which I think like everybody thought this, so comment if you thought this, but I literally thought Daniel was like gonna get in the middle and then end up getting stabbed and he was gonna die. Like, that's literally what I thought was gonna happen. I was literally freaking out. Like I said earlier, like I was like, no, I cannot take another death. Not just after Outer Banks. I don't know what I would have done. Like, it would, like, no. Well, someone, obviously Quan died, which that was brutal. Like I said, you see, like, he like rolled over and then like, oh my gosh, that was insane. It's like, I've seen like a lot of things in this show, like all of like crazy fighting and everything, and like I thought the school brawl and like the house brawl back in, you know, the earlier seasons were like insane and everything. Like I didn't think it could get worse than that, but then this brawl happens and someone literally dies. Yeah, crazy. But yeah, obviously terrible, but I'm not like sad about it, because it was just Quan. Like, I just don't care about that character. Sorry, like he's literally so horrible. Yeah. So then, and then like the silence that follows like right after it happened was like, it was deafening. Like, it was like everyone just stopped because they were like all in shock. Yeah, so that's like, yeah, basically like a little recap and my thoughts. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, it's really sad that then it'll be the end. I'm gonna miss it so much. Anyways, comment your thoughts on part 2. What do you think about Quan dying? Yeah, and that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you would like to help me get to 200. Yeah, and share with your family and friends because it really helps me out and I really appreciate it. Just one last thing, again, thank you so much to anyone who has subscribed and watched my videos and all that. The support means the world, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.